Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. This is going to be a fun one. We are going to play some versus action with our new 5-star character champions. Can't wait to get into that. We also have an absolute ton of 4-star cover rewards, over 180 to deal with on our rewards list. We're going to get into that and check out how many rewards we get total in ISO 8, hero points, command points, and legendary tokens from adding in those levels. And then, like I said, we'll come back and get these guys into some fun versus. That should be great. Here we go. Check out the list. We have 231 rewards to be dealt with. Some of those are 2 and 3 stars still overall, but the 4 stars add up to 181 on their own, and everyone that says add level will be increasing some sort of reward for us, and can't wait to get into that and show you guys what you can earn from drawing a token horde over time. It's just awesome. So let's get into it. We'll start at the bottom because that's the order that we got our draws in. We do have a lot of 4-star characters that will have to just be rostered for a second time. We'll do that later. And then we do have some duplicates where you can see it says train. Those will just be adding into the character that we've rebuilt, and there won't be any reward associated with that, but we are looking for primarily command point rewards, and also hero points, of course, and legendary tokens. ISO 8's great, but I think you guys might need it more than me. Unless you're a veteran that's played for longer than I have, you probably don't need a whole lot of ISO. But at 9.4 million, I think we're going to get back over toward the 10 million mark again for fun. And while we're at it, let's stop and collect our shield rank at 206, since adding in all these covers is going to really add that shield rank up quite a bit. Let's see where we get. It's been 2 levels that I haven't collected for, and we are at 320,000 ISO to add in. So let me do that here quick in my sheet and claim it. So we're at 9.729 million in ISO. Let's go to the rewards. And you know what we might want to try to do? Let's run the rewards from, let's see, let's go to this screen and see if we can do it here. And this screen is, you can see the icon I've chosen by selecting all the characters that have either a cover to be applied or shards that work out toward another level. We'll see if we can do it this way to keep track of where we're at, and it'll be nice because that goes by actual character level from right to left. We'll just scroll across, and instead of doing the linear way, this might be a little more fun. And let's start with the characters that are duplicates that just have some levels to add in. We won't spend the shards on these characters till we get closer to 13, but if we have covers like Star-Lord's purple, let's go ahead and just buy that in that way and see if we have yellow. We do. We'll purchase that straight up, and he doesn't have red, so like I said, we'll keep those 440 shards for a while until we get a lot more work done on Star-Lord. So if I click the right buttons, I don't think I have to scroll each time. We'll see how it works, and if it gets to be too much scrolling, we'll go from the actual normal rewards list. I think we got Black Panther's yellow along that list. There we go. And did we get blue? We sure did. And no red. 220 shards. We'll save that. Okay, looks like we might have to do that quick scroll every time, so that might not work out long term, but we'll do the dupes this way. We got to over 5 red on our duplicate Gamora here, but lucky to get a blue from those draws. And once again, we'll wait on the rest. Maybe I can go here. Nope, scrolling's going to be a factor every time. Let's take a look at, let's go to Chavez here first before we do the rest. Up to level 5 in green, just one of the best passive abilities in 4-star land. The opportunity to add a critical tile to the board every turn that you have more AP than the enemy in 3 colors, or even better when you have 5. That's great. Let's move back over. Yeah, I thought it would keep track of what spot we're on in the scroll here, but look at this. We have 3,800 shards on Rocket and Groot, and yeah, that's a lot. So went way past where we need to go, and that's okay. I'm really trying to decide what 4-star I want to set for a long-term favorite, and in this case, let's just do it this way. We'll add shards in. Well, let's see. Did we get any natural covers? I think we did on blue, actually. That's fine. Do it there. We'll respec them once they're champed. We'll purchase yellow twice. And let's go ahead and buy the green. And that is 13 covers. So we'll save this. We'll champion a bunch of 4-star characters later if they happen to be able to be champed. And Rocket and Groot is a great 4-star character to work on. Let's go to Shuri here. We didn't get her blue, unfortunately, from drawing the Horde, but I think we got, what did we get? Red? Definitely. Add that in, and again, we'll wait on shards till we know we don't go on a hot streak of blue alone. And check this out. Iron Fist got his blue cover. He is at 5 in Chi Focus at 544. Plus, I do believe he has covers to save. That means we can champion him and also get that follow-up legendary token for the first champ reward level. Nice to have him at 13. And it's the same case on Deadpool. Got his red, out of bullets, can go to 13. And for every other cover or shard level we want to apply, that means he can be championed again for the second time ever on my roster. That's cool. Okay, so now let's start at the bottom with the newest 4-star champion on my roster, and that is Legion. We got shards and covers, I think, to level him up. Let's see what we get here. Won't talk about every single level. We'll try to speed this up a little bit so we can get through all 180 items. And now Hellcat. Love to get these command points. Look at Hellcat. She gets to 280 for the LT. That's great. So I didn't show the legendary tokens, but after my last kind of token only video with Crash of the Titans, we also did a bunch of rewards where we got from 3-star levels a bunch of legendaries. Now we're up to 9 before what we've been doing today, so we'll keep track of that. I'll give you all the totals and how much we go up. We got a bunch of Nightcrawler, and check this out. Level 280 is a 5-star cover for Archangel. Very good. Let's see how many more levels we got from Nightcrawler. Felt like a bunch. 283 now on the rebuild. That's great. Okay, now let's go to Wolfsbane. Lower level on my roster. Can't wait to get to 290 for the LT. Let's go to Medusa now in this case. She gets to level 300 and 250 Black Bolt shards. That could be a level for him. We'll see in a little bit. Go ahead to 301. Fantastic. All right, this scrolling isn't too bad since there's not much at the bottom. Thanos Endgame, 298. He's going to go up a couple of levels. And that means hitting 300 perfectly for that LT. Man, it feels like we might get a bunch going here. We ran hot on Ronin during that run. Bunch of 4 command point rewards there. He hits 306. Nice to see a newer character catch up that much. All right, Talos with 4 command points. And fitting that we go to Super Scroll immediately afterward, and he goes to 304. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. Command points is the most interesting reward we can get, but I did fall way behind in hero points, spending quite a bit. Who's in our store right now? Spidey. Okay. Let's go to Sabretooth. Yeah, the scrolling might end up being quite a bit here after a while. We might go to the linear or do the list in the order in which we received them chronologically from our draw. Bunch of levels on MODOK. Not bad. Let's go to Human Torch. Goes to 308. See that ISO flying up, guys? Some nice levels on Domino. LT is next. 310 on North Star and then some. Technically, some of these shards could have come from other places, but we'll get a pretty close total on what 212 draws can do for you as far as reward levels go. Maria's already up to 311. Got the LT at 310. Spidey 2099 with some HP. Mysterio. Alright, so I think this scrolling past is going to really take too long. Let's go to the back here, and we'll just go in chronological order. We know that Thing was the very first draw of the night. And we can do it this way, because it's nice that it remembers that I was already scrolled to the bottom. We can do these in order. Ghost and Moon Knight. Couple of levels on Moon Knight. Check it out. He hits 368, gets 25 command points for that level, and only 2 more levels until he is a maximum champion. We will max out some characters today, really soon, in fact. Craven with some nice rewards there. And here we go with Cyclops. Big 15,000 ISO reward, but this is the one that does it. 1,000 hero points for a maximum champion. 4-star Cyclops, one of my old school favorites. Got levels on him early compared to a lot of other 4-stars, so it just is perfect for me. 150 Hawkeye shards from Kate Bishop, and she gets to 359. More Hawkeye coming soon. Ran really hot on Yondu. Hits the LT at 360, and look at that, all the way through the 10 command point level. Wiccan and Hulkbuster, 10 command points, 250 CP, 10 more, 250 HP, 250 more command points. Professor X is at a higher level. Let's see where he gets to. 25 command points to 368. He was also one of my first handful of 4-stars to get at to meaningful levels. Spider-Gwen catching up a little bit to 338. And here we go to Ant-Man, one of my personal early favorites as well. 10 command points, and one of those was from that elusive purple cover. Very happy to get him built up. Carnage, 8 CP with Doc Ock shards next. Elektra has an LT next. Ironheart gets the legendary, and a bunch more. 365. Ghost Rider. And that is a max champ level on main event Hulk. Everybody do a smash right now to wherever you're sitting. That's what my lucky sidekick would do. My younger son loves all the Hulks, including Red Hulk, for a bunch of good rewards. Eddie Brock Venom, while he still has Venom, before he's anti-Venom. Look at Gwenpool, hits the 370 for max champ as well. And I talk endlessly about Cyclops. I think she plays really, really well with him when they're both boosted at the same time. Happens quite frequently, I think. Emma Frost hits 330s. Agent Venom into the 360s. Black Widow with some shards for the 5-star. More coming soon. Check this out with Mordo. 25 command points, 15k ISO, and you guessed it, max champ again for the 1,000 hero points. Look how our hero points has gone up already so far. We started with 8,865, by the way. Cloak and Dagger. Great rewards. Miles. Only got 1 miles for the whole night. Kingpin shards next. Quake with a bunch of CP. Got Peggy down there. We're going to have to rebuild Peggy soon. X-Force Wolverine. 364. Nico. 368 somehow. I don't know. Man, that's just crazy that she's probably the oldest new character in the way I think of the character releases, kind of. I don't know what that really means. Don't quote me on that, but some of you will understand. Prowler's getting a good run. Let's look at Karnak. Check it out. 358 at that level, and he is boosted right now. And man, he's fun in versus action. I'll try my best to play Karnak in the Anti-Venom versus event. Running good. Nova needs to be rebuilt. A few levels on Flapton. Next one is a good one. Let's look at Luke Cage here. 366 for the 25 CP there. I'll take it. Iceman. 368 for 25. Amazing. Look at Drax. Hits the Star-Lord 250. Awesome. Going to have some 5-stars that are going to level up here, I'm pretty sure, after 150 Phoenix shards from Jubilee. Winter Soldier, just the 1 level on the night. 25 CP from Vulture. Man, a lot of these characters are hitting that similar level. We'll go ahead and save that cover on Carol for when we can champion her for the second time. Bishop, only got 2 on him, 318. And there's Wasp. Let's go to 4-star Thor. 352 level. Nebula trailing behind quite a bit. Max Punisher 345. Totally Awesome Hulk will be really good levels here for 25 command points and 500 HP. Agent Coulson 369, only needs 1 more level to be maxed. And guys, we're finally getting close to done here. A couple of Mr. Fantastics. A bunch saved for when we champion him a second time. X-23 into the 360s quite well. War Machine. Magic, everybody's giving command points. That's what we want. We're over 2,800 again. Spider-Woman and Invisible Woman. Only 1 result on her and over 200 some draws. Let's go to Mockingbird. Same thing. And everything else except for Lockjaw is a duplicate character. He's going to be the last one. Goes to 356. Went a little out of order on a couple of them, but that's great. So we're going to rebuild those 4s. Let's see, do we have anything for 5s? Just the Archangel. Let's go ahead and add that in. Bunch of hero points to hit that level. LT's next. Awesome. Okay, so where did we get with our shards on 5 stars? We do have 3 levels. Let's do Star-Lord here. Excellent. Legendary token there. He takes us up to shield rank 207, by the way. We'll wait to claim that. Black Bolt moves up, and he also gets a legendary token for hitting 459. Crazy rewards, guys. I told you it would be. And also, we have Okoye, who earned a level through our target hero system for hero points, and she goes to 474. Again, the highest level character on my roster. Let's take a quick look, and then we'll look at our stats for what we earned in total rewards. So Okoye is at 474, Thor is 473, previously tied, and then we have Jessica, Beta Ray Bill, Iceman, and Thanos. And just recently, from all of those level ups that we did on the 5s, Apocalypse is now in the top 10 of my total roster at 467, followed by Hela and Professor X. And that's really lucky to have most of the meta level characters in my top 10 rankings outside of Kitty Pryde, and I just really didn't get a good run on her. 459 is certainly fine, and then Daredevil at 457 among a bunch of other 5s. Now you see Killmonger down there 454 and others. So Onslaught is perfectly 450. I didn't get the go-ahead level for the LT on him. Let's take a look at our stats here quick. I'll type them up and let you know what we earned from all those rewards, and then we'll get into our versus battle with our 5-star characters. Alright, thought it would be easier to talk about the totals from this screen, but from adding in somewhere around 170 4-star character rewards, nearly 180, the total difference in ISO 8 means we went from 9,729,000 up to 9.946 million in ISO. That's a change of 217,500 roughly. Yeah, that's crazy. Separately though, the change in hero points is huge. We went from 8865 to this 20,000 plus. That's a difference of 11,750 hero points. That's absolutely nuts. Separately from that, we had 2,258 command points before adding in those levels, and that means we went up to 2837 for a difference of 579 command points, guys. Can you believe it? That's pretty crazy. And then the overall legendary tokens, we had 9 before we started, up to 18 for a plus 9 positive on the change. That is so crazy. So if you think about it, we have 18, well, we have 28. Let me tell you what the total number of draws is that we're up to now. 131 total legendary draws again. Looking really good to save up for the next 5-star. We'll see what we're going to do for the plan on that. And finally, we're going to get into the versus action. We will play Onslaught, my boosted, recently moved up in levels to increase his health to 96,000 on Apocalypse, and our new Killmonger with 61,000 health as well. We'll probably play Killmonger's purple, maybe his red, probably Apocalypse in his red, yellow, and black, and Onslaught with his blue is very fun, and his passive ability, awesome. We might be able to take advantage of Killmonger's passive as well if we get critical tiles on the board. This should be fun. Now, this isn't the most perfect, synergetic team or whatever, but they really do play pretty well together, I would say. I want to make sure the animations are on. Let's take on and target Okoye first for the damage and see what we can do. Now, this is a really pretty strange board because check it out. What's unique about this board, guys? There's only 2 team-up tiles on the entire board. That's crazy. Usually there's an average of 8, 9 or so team-up tiles on the board when you start, and that's significant when you have Onslaught on your team. So we'll do the match 4 in blue, which will deal damage for each. Oh, there's 3 team-up tiles on the board. Why did I say 2? But it'll destroy them, and the cool thing about it is you can get some really great cascade action like you just saw there. That does put you at a little bit of a risk when you're against Professor X, because if you leave some random matches that are match 4s for him to take after you, then of course you're gonna have to deal with that. But Now, there's only 4 team up on the board. We have Psychic Blast, his blue ability from Onslaught, ready to play. This converts enemy black to their weakest color, which happens to be red. And you look at this board, this is absolutely crazy. There's some matches we could do right here normally, but if we could convert black into red, this is just nuts. Watch this. We'll play this ability right here, where the column and the row where this point intersects will convert those tiles from black to red. Check this out. Absolutely huge. On turn 2, we have Okoye down to 18,000 health already, and we're ready to play more abilities. Let's play Apocalypse and his yellow. It's so great to play his yellow because when those are on the board, each one of our abilities that deal damage is increased by that 10,020. That's crazy. We have all of our other abilities ready to go. After playing that blue before this, let's see, what do we want to do? Probably we can play our red now from Apocalypse. Let's just do it. Let's get Okoye out with Survival of the Fittest. A little bit of overkill that way, but we get big hits on Professor X. And now let's see what happens when we play Killmonger's red. Let's try to save up for that. We'll attack Thor until we get more red to do this. We have a match 4 in blue. You know what? Let's take on Professor X, actually. Oh, wow. How do we leave him an extra move like that? But check it out. Killmonger locked that critical tile, so we took far less damage than what we would have normally taken from that critical tile matching a bunch of other tiles. All right, so what do we do now? Do we leave the critical for them to match? Probably not. It's in a match 4 here. They'll do it with the blue. Let's do it ourselves. Take Professor X out. Get the bonus damage again. Crazy. Finally get our projectiles from our repeaters. And we have all of our abilities ready to play once again. We could end this with Forged in Fire. It does a ton of damage, 10,000 for each projectile that it destroys, plus the 10,000 again from the repeaters in the first place. But let's have fun. Let's see what we get from Killmonger's red. Extreme Prejudice deals damage of 14,000, but then it creates 2 critical tiles that could be a ton more damage on top. And look at that, a complete knockout. And we really only took damage from the bad luck match 4s that we left on the board for enemy Professor X. Cool. All right, so let's go into another match, and we'll keep the same team for now. That's probably a fine team to go against. Let's take on this team. You know this is tough. Let's see what we can do here. We'll heal Onslaught just in case we need to. Probably won't. All right, a normal board. There's, yep, I think this is fine. There's a nice mix of team-up tiles around the board. When you play against a Beta Ray Bill and Kitty team, you really want to try to match away one of their protect tiles immediately, because when there's 4 on the board, she will increase the value of protect tiles right away. I don't see a way to match one for sure. I think what I'll do is this blue match, and then maybe a purple will drop down and match away that protect tile. Not super likely, but what else can we do? We also need to keep blue away from enemy Bill, so we'll go for it. All right, so they got a lucky match 4, and that's okay because it did remove a protect tile. Now she won't be increasing their value until they have 4 or more again. Let's go for red and black. Try to set up a match 4 here somewhere. And try to quit giving the enemy teams match 4s every single turn. So I think we're going to go for blue. That'll get Onslaught's blue ready to go. Let's do it maybe... which way? It'd be cool if they did this red match, because then it would line us up with a match 4 in blue, but it's too risky because they'll probably take a blue match themselves. Let's just do it this way. Not bad. Okay, so they set us up with a match 4. And we also have our Psychic Blast, which converts black now to purple. Black is our strongest color. Let's see. Their weakest color is purple. Interesting. It's a round team, then it's a tough team. Converting black to purple in this case, I don't really see a good spot on the board where that would matter much. So let's do this. We're going to do the match 4, let Onslaught destroy all those team-up tiles. And this board now is going to be crazy. With all the team-ups out of the way, we have a lot more locations where converting black to purple could be helpful. Like here. If we convert both of those two black tiles, it'll create an extra move lined up in purple and ready to go. I think that's fine. Let's do it. Is there any other locations that would be better? Probably not. All right. So let's take this opportunity to convert those two tiles. You have to do it right there to get them both, or you could do it here to get them both. But let's do it here because we'll get damage for that protect tile that's in the row and column. Okay, got the tiles converted, got the extra move. Look at that. Enemy bill's already down to 11,800. And what I'd really prefer to get is a yellow match. I don't see a way to get it quite yet. So let's move over here to Kitty, and we'll play Killmonger's red. Let's see if we can get critical tiles out near some yellows. Didn't quite work that way. What are we going to do now? Probably have to take the match 4 in red. Knockout on Bill is always a good thing. And now we have to watch out for Apocalypse. If he gets black, he'll be able to destroy their protect tiles for a ton of damage. And I just want to get yellow so that we can play get all the damage out of the abilities, the extra damage, from Apocalypse overall. We got to get black here though, just to be on the safe side. Let's do it this way. Lines up yellow for them. We'll see if they take it. Hopefully they leave it for us. And they do, because of that match 4. They still don't have anything to play. Cool. So let's go for yellow that drops blue. You want to probably try to leave the trap tiles that Killmonger adds every turn, but sometimes you just have to take the best move regardless. Extra move in yellow, hopefully they mess it up. Oh wow. They did, but wow. Look at this. They are matching those critical tiles, and Killmonger's going to make them pay quite a bit. Automatic knockout on Kitty Pryde because of all of that. That's crazy and fun. Let's play Shared Strength now to guarantee our extra damage. And here we go. We can convert now black to purple from Apocalypse. Is there any cool places to do that? Maybe not so much. Yeah, let's do it for fun. We'll play it here. And so we can do it again. Not worth it. For all the damage we get from an Apocalypse shot from red is crazy. We couldn't even get our projectiles out on that one. We've got time for one more match with our new team, guys. And I have to guarantee to play Killmonger's purple. We didn't even get a chance to do that yet. So how are we doing on health? Probably okay to make it through. We'll see. Let's see if we can play the most strategic this time instead of just kind of match and crash, is what I kind of call it. What do we want to do here? Start with yellow is a good idea. One of them, kind of misaligns a red match. Well, it lines up another one. Maybe we'll do this way. Yep, they took the red, no surprise. All right, we'll go blue and black. So once again, we want to prioritize yellow, but also think about what other colors we can drop in place. We'll go purple-black here. While watching enemy AP, although I do a pretty bad job when I'm recording. Let's go blue-red. Really want that yellow. Oh, look at that. We landed on a match 4 in yellow, and check out this board. Got an extra move. Crazy matches all over the place. That's why I think Onslaught is a lot of fun. We have another extra move on the board, and we just have to take it. The critical tile is going to land right here in those yellows for good damage. Let's go ahead and play this. Even though we run the risk of losing a couple of those repeaters, they all appeared on the bottom 2 rows. That's nuts. Go ahead and see if we can get Okoye taken out. We do. Everything's building up pretty well. We have match 4 in blue. We need to take so that Professor X doesn't do it against us. Not a lot of our traps on the board. I can see why Killmonger's purple really depends on the team you're against, and it takes a while for all those traps to add up. Okay, one more turn and we'll get our projectiles on the board. We have our purple ready to play. I think Professor X is in a good spot for a knockout, so we'll leave him alone there. What do we want to do here? Probably go... We'll wait on that. Let's go just yellow-red. Got a match 4, and again, I don't know why Onslaught gets a bad rap, guys. He is a lot of fun. Of course, he's still new to me. Okay, so we're at the point where we can play all of our abilities to guarantee us the win and get out of this match. Let's play Killmonger's purple. It does a ton of damage, 23,900 plus 3,000 damage for every decisive strike. Trap tile he has on the board. There's 3 of them. This is a guaranteed knockout of Thor. Cool animation. And while we're at it, we didn't play Apocalypse Forged in Fire. This is usually what I play to end the match. It does a ton of damage, destroys projectiles. You can get a couple of cascades. And guys, I think our team was really pretty fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of Onslaught, Killmonger, and of course Apocalypse at my new higher levels. He is just hugely important on my roster now. That was a lot of fun. Thanks so much, guys. Please hit the video that's presented down below. YouTube thinks it's a good one for you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We're heading to our next 100 level, and it really means a lot for your support on the channel. Thanks again. See you in the next one.